What's up everyone, my name's Kaj, and today in this video, we're going to be breaking down the Season 6 support tier list. With the introduction of the new support hero and changes to almost every support, there's been some big changes to the meta, so stick around to the end to learn where they all stand. I'm sure you guys want to rank up as quick as possible, right? That's a stupid question, of course you do, and the best way to do that is by clicking the link in the description below and signing up for a GameLeap membership. There's already hundreds of in-depth guides for every hero, with new ones being added every single week. I myself will be making tons of updated guides for Season 6 for every role and tons of popular heroes. If you want to see a personalized guide for a hero you like playing, let me know in the comments and I'll try to make it happen. Support remains a pretty balanced role, and in my opinion is the most equally balanced out of the three roles. That's why I don't have a support in the D tier for this video. Starting things off with our first pick of the C tier, we have Moira. Like I mentioned previously, I think support is actually the most balanced role in the game right now, and this reflects really well on Moira. She's a stable pick, and by no means is she bad, it's just that she doesn't offer as much utility as her counterparts. While her healing is solid, other support heroes like Ana heal for about 140 health per second compared to just Moira 70. She also doesn't do that much damage, capping out at just 50 per second because her alt fire can't headshot, while other heroes like Kiriko and ILLARI can do anywhere from 75 to 225 damage per second. Her biotic orb is extremely easy for enemies to avoid, and if her teammates want to be healed by it, they have to stay in one location for extended amounts of time, leaving them open to taking tons of damage and negating the healing effects. I still think Moira is a solid pick, but she's not a support hero I would recommend picking up if you don't play her already. Next, we have the newly buffed Lifeweaver. He's received some massive changes in this season, enabling him to play more aggressively due to his higher effective health and his dash healing being doubled from 25 to 50. His Tree of Life can now grant his teammates a maximum of 100 overhealth, giving him some much needed utility since abilities like his pedal platform are pretty much useless. Even with all these changes though, he still remains as a lower tier pick among the other supports due to his weak primary fire and previously mentioned useless ability. If you do enjoy his aggressive support playstyle, I'd recommend looking into Brigida, as she's an incredibly good support who plays very aggressively but doesn't lack the utility that he does. While riding into our B tier, we have Lucio. Lucio just got a nice quality of life change, removing his self-healing penalty during Imp It Up, which definitely helped the survivability and allows him to play more aggressively. Despite this though, he simply doesn't offer his team enough utility through his healing or movement speed. While his heal is an AoE, it only heals for 16 health per second, making it have the lowest amount of base healing for any support in the entire game. During Imp It Up, this amount is increased to 52 health per second, but the duration of this ability is only 3 seconds with a 12-second cooldown. This makes Lucio mathematically the worst support for healing in the entire game. While his 25% movement speed buff feels very good, it isn't effective due to his low healing amounts, forcing him to have a much larger healing boost uptime than speed boost. Lucio's only saving grace is his ultimate, which offers a whopping 750 overhealth and can cause game-winning plays when used correctly. Still, this ability isn't as good as it seems due to the overhealth depleting very rapidly at a rate of 125 per second, letting enemies wait it out over the course of 6 seconds. A very useful tip for using Lucio's ultimate is to never use it unless your team is already in the middle of a big team fight, so the enemy team can't simply wait it out. B stands for Baptiste, as he's the second hero in our B tier. Baptiste is extremely good on open maps like Junkertown and Havana due to how good he is with poke comps. Long-range DPS heroes like Ashe and Sojourn absolutely love his amplification matrix, and they shred enemies with ease using it. Unfortunately, such good things can't be said about him in brawl comps due to his low healing and his only saving grace being his immortality field, which has a low duration of 5 seconds and a very high cooldown of 23 seconds. When you combine his alt fire and regenerative burst, you only get 10 more healing than Ana can heal in 1 second if your teammate is already under 50% of their maximum health. Otherwise, you heal 40 less than her, and in both scenarios you have to sacrifice a 15-second cooldown while she can just left click twice. Finishing off our B tier, we have the most consistent support, Mercy. Mercy got hit with a pretty significant nerf to her Caduceus staff damage beam, going from 30% to 25% damage amplification. Still, despite this, Mercy remains a stable pick who has great synergies with all tanks, especially D.Va and Winston. Adding on to her stability, she's good on all maps and has a good place in both poke and brawl comps. This is thanks to her Guardian Angel and Revive, offering her team a good amount of utility. Unfortunately, Mercy's biggest issue keeping her out of A tier is how low her healing amounts are, being capped at 55 health per second. If her healing were to get buffed though, we could definitely be looking at a Mercy meta where she has the potential to be an S tier pick due to how versatile she is. For our only pick in the A tier, we have the better version of Baptiste, Zenyatta. Zen is the golden standard for supports and poke comps, and it doesn't look like his spot is going to change for a very long time, even with the introduction of ILLARI. His Discord orb still remains one of the most annoying tools in the game and has equivalent damage amplification to Mercy's beam, but for your whole entire team against a chosen target. He also does massive amounts of damage using his primary fire, on par with Kiriko and ILLARI, even more consistently if he's getting large volleys off using his alt fire. Although he is the golden standard in poke comps, he's very effective in brawl comps thanks to Transcendence, which is arguably the best ultimate in the entire game. Transcendence renders Zenyatta completely invulnerable and heals his entire team for 300 health per second, making them effectively invincible for 6 whole seconds. The only thing keeping Zen out of being a meta-dominant S tier pick is his low single target healing at only 30 health restored per second from his Orb of Harmony, for a total of 90 health restored over the course of 3 seconds. If you haven't tried him out yet, I strongly recommend giving him a try as he's incredibly fun and extremely effective despite not being the best of the best. Entering our S tier, we have the new support hero ILLARI. While she does a very good amount of damage from far away, making her great into poke comps, this isn't what makes ILLARI shine. Her healing is absolutely bonkers at 120 healing per second, and this can be fired continuously for up to 3 seconds. The one key weakness of ILLARI is her high reload time to her ult fire. A useful tip to combat this is to never reload when completely depleted and reload when low on solar energy instead. When her solar energy is completely depleted, it takes about 3.5 seconds to reload fully, while it only takes 3 seconds to reload when there's some solar energy left over. While I think ILLARI is a great pick for right now, I definitely wouldn't rely on her for long due to her likely getting nerfed very soon, where she will then probably be placed into A tier. Did you guys know we just launched a news section on the GameLeap website? Go to gameleap.com/news to stay updated on all the latest news for Overwatch and other games. For the next placement on our S tier, we have Kiriko. Kiriko received some pretty big changes to her protection Suzu, with its knockback being removed and its overall healing being reduced from 50 to 40. Her damage was also nerfed, with her headshot multiplier being reduced from 3 to 2.5. Despite these nerfs though, Kiriko still remains more than worthy of being placed in the S tier due to how mobile she is and how much utility she offers. Her protection Suzu now has a new effect, where she heals allies for an additional 30 health when cleansing negative effects for a total of 70 health. She also grants her allies brief invincibility, allowing them to ignore key enemy abilities. A mistake I see a lot of Kiriko players make is throwing out their protection Suzu to heal allies instead of using it for its invincibility and cleanse. You should always hold your protection Suzu to either cleanse negative status effects or to ignore key enemy abilities. The one thing that truly sets Kiriko apart from the other supports though aren't her basic abilities, it's her game-winning ultimate. In the current Brawl meta, Kiriko's ultimate increasing movement speed, rate of fire, and reload speed by 30%, 50%, and 50% respectively. This allows for her team to deal unmatched damage and have excellent mobility in team fights. Next on our S tier, let's talk about my favorite support hero, Brigitte. While she's hard to master due to her aggressive playstyle, when you do master her, she's undoubtedly one of the most fun and best picks in the entire game. She heals her teammates as she does damage to enemies with her passive, and in addition to this, she is also the best support at peeling for her teammates by far. Despite the nerfs lowering her barrier shield's health to 250 from 300, she offers her teammates unmatched utility in the form of a shield, health repair packs, and 2 knockbacks thanks to her whip shot and shield bash. To boost her already god tier peel even further, her ultimate offers 100 overhealth to allies, 100 armor to herself, and increases her barrier shield's health to 750 from 250. Her barrier shield can also knock back multiple targets now and stuns them all for 0.5 seconds. If you enjoy covering for your teammates while being very aggressive, Brigitte is absolutely a hero you should invest time into. With no nerfs in sight, Ana remains as the best support hero. Ana offers her team the highest amount of healing out of any support by far, healing a single target for around 140 health per second. She's the best tank pocket in the game and makes her tank practically immortal. She also has a ton of other utility that other support heroes just can't match. Her sleep dart can stop heroes like D.Va and Winston from diving in and decimating your team. Her biotic grenade also offers a 60 flat health heal and increases all healing done to teammates affected by 50% for 3.5 seconds. This takes her already absurd healing amount from about 140 per second to around 210 from her alone, not even her other support. While her biotic grenade prevents all healing against enemy targets for 3.5 seconds, one big tip I have for Ana is only using her grenade offensively when against Roadhog or Junker Queen ulting into your team. Otherwise, you should use it defensively, allowing your team to stay very healthy due to its 50% increased healing effect. To wrap it all up, Ana's Nano is a 2v5 team wipe tool. She increases damage her Nano target deals by 50% and also grants them 50% damage reduction. During the course of her Nano, she heals them for 250 health, making them stay very healthy. When paired with heroes like Reaper, Soldier, Ryan, Junker Queen, and Ramatra, this ult can instantly win games with almost no counterplay. All these things combined solidify Ana as the best support for Season 6 until further notice. Let me know about your guys' thoughts on the new support hero and the tier list in the comments below. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.